Hello again and welcome to your German course. Now let's continue. Lektion 43. Krank sein. Die Krankheit. And the plural form is die Krankheiten. Noch einmal, die Krankheit. Die Krankheiten. So what would you say when you're not feeling well? You could say, ich bin krank. Or you could say, ich fühle mich nicht wohl. Another possible way to say this is, mir geht es nicht gut. And if you're really feeling terrible, you would say, mir geht es schlecht. Now let's begin with the first word. Die Kopfschmerzen. Noch einmal, die Kopfschmerzen. This word is made up of two nouns. Der Kopf plus die Schmerzen gives you die Kopfschmerzen. Using other body parts, you can form such words. For example, the next one. Die Rückenschmerzen. Noch einmal, die Rückenschmerzen. Well, do remember, in German, Rückenschmerzen, Kopfschmerzen, etc. are always in plural. Here's another similar one. Die Zahnschmerzen. Noch einmal, die Zahnschmerzen. Here are some other Schmerzen that are common. Bauchschmerzen. Ohrenschmerzen. Halsschmerzen. Nackenschmerzen. Now let's see how you would express these in German. Ich habe Kopfschmerzen. You could also say, ich habe Kopfweh. Both these sentences mean the same. Alternatively, you can say, mir tut der Kopf weh. Or, mein Kopf tut mir weh. The verb here is wehtun, and this is a dative verb. The subject here is der Kopf. You can replace it with any other body part. Do remember, if the body part is in plural, you have to conjugate the verb accordingly. For example, you would say, meine Füße tun mir weh. Now let's look at some other important words. Das Fieber. Noch einmal, das Fieber. Die Grippe. Noch einmal, die Grippe. Der Schnupfen. Noch einmal, der Schnupfen. Oder die Erkältung. Noch einmal, die Erkältung. Der Husten. Noch einmal, der Husten. The next one is das Asthma. Noch einmal, das Asthma. Moving on to the next one. Der Durchfall. Noch einmal, der Durchfall. The words that we just did can be expressed with the verb haben. For example, you can say, ich habe Fieber. Oder ich habe eine Grippe. For others, you can say, ich habe eine Erkältung. Or, ich habe Schnupfen. Similarly, ich habe Husten. Ich habe Asthma. Ich habe Durchfall. As you must have noticed, in some cases you use the article, but in most cases you wouldn't. Here are some more common problems you should know. Ich habe hohen Blutdruck. Ich habe Übergewicht. The next one is ich habe mich verletzt. You can also talk about the body part. You can say ich habe mich am Bein oder am Finger oder an der Hand verletzt. Do remember that for the feminine article you will use an der. For example, an der Hand, whereas your masculine and for neutrum you would use am. For example, am Bein oder am Finger. Let's move on to the next one. Ich habe mir das Bein gebrochen. You can replace das Bein with any other body part. Do remember to use it in accusative. For example, you would say, ich habe mir den Arm gebrochen. Before we learn how to give an advice, let's do the last one. Mir ist schlecht. Der Ratschlag. Die Ratschläge. Noch einmal. Der Ratschlag. Die Ratschläge. Jemandem einen Ratschlag geben. To give someone an advice. This is what we are going to do right now. Ich bin so müde. And the advice given to him is, geh schlafen. Now, since this is a dialogue, the person is using imperative. We would advise you to revise lesson 39. That is, how to make imperative Sätze. Depending on the situation, whether it's formal or informal, you can give an advice. In this case, it's an informal situation. You can also give some other advice. You can say, trink einen Kaffee. Here's another example. Ich habe Übergewicht. And the advice in this case is, mach eine Diät. Great. To practice what you have learned today, you can download a free worksheet from our Patreon page. You can also support our work on Patreon, Ko-fi, directly through PayPal, by becoming a YouTube member, or at buymeacoffee.com, and gain access to over 100 extra vocabulary and grammar-related documents, exercises, and language exams. You can find these options in the description below. Thank you. See you soon in the next lesson. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen.